Hey Foogsters, today we're going to be serving up a Crunchwrap Supreme and we're going to put it head to head with one that we picked up from Taco Bell, so stick around for the taste test at the end. We got inspired because we actually really like to watch Julian, I'm going to butcher his last name.
Solamata?
Is it Solamata?
Probably not.
We don't know, but we love Julian, we watch his videos. Like me, gluten is his kryptonite. Right. So he made a gluten-free Crunchwrap Supreme not too long ago. It was great, like it looked great, but he
It looked okay. It was kind of falling apart, but it said it tasted great.
As somebody who hasn't had a Crunchwrap Supreme in probably a decade, because Taco Bell has yet to cater to us celiacs, I thought it looked amazing. His biggest pitfall was that he had rather small tortilla shells. So I know the ones he got, they were Mission, they're very good, but they were a little small. So we found some larger ones and we are ready to, as he would say, do it to him, I think.
Do it to him.
But we're gonna try to make our own Crunchwrap Supreme with these larger ones.
Yeah, and we don't know how these taste yet. We've never seen these before anywhere near this size. So I've been trying to find a gluten-free burrito that we could share for at least since I've known you now, right?
Right.
And they just don't make tortillas large enough for that. So very interested to see how this works. This brand is La Tortilla Factory.
So it has to be good.
So yeah, obviously they're making it in a factory.
La Tortilla. I mean, they even use the correct B in Spanish. So has to be good. Sticking kind of to Julian's form, we're also going to be doing this plant-based. So we went to our local store, we got some soy cheese and all that good stuff. So we are going to be trying to fully recreate what he did on his channel. But then for kind of a fun twist, we got you a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell, like the OG Crunchwrap Supreme. And we're going to have Brett tell us which one he prefers.
Blind taste test. I'm not going to be able to see them. So stick around to the end of the video for when we, to decide who's the winner. It's very simple and surprisingly cost effective compared to how expensive the Crunchwrap Supreme was.
Yeah, is it just me or has Taco Bell gone from being like, I can get 10 tacos for $1 to being like, I can get one Crunchwrap Supreme for $5? I was like, who do you think you are, Taco Bell? Like, excuse me?
They've got a hotel to run now, so everything's going to get more expensive.
I mean, I haven't been there in like a decade, but I was kind of like, wow, we fancy, huh?
You ready to get started?
I am. Do you want to make the nacho cheese sauce first?
Nacho
cheese sauce.
Nacho cheese sauce. So, this is vegan, so there is no dairy in it. There is no cheese in it of any kind. So, but it is actually really good.
Yeah, we've actually made this many times for like mac and cheese or to put on nachos. I mean, maybe it doesn't taste exactly like nacho cheese, but who in their right mind thinks that whatever you get out of that container at 7-Eleven is actually cheese anyway?
I don't think there's any dairy in that either,
It's better than that, probably.
Yellow number 5, I think is what its primary ingredient.
Let's get the blender and get to mix it. All right, we got a lot going on here, Brett. So we're gonna start by tossing in cashews that I already soaked.
Like a cup of cashews?
1 cup of cashews, yeah.
Okay, that'll make plenty of cheese sauce for us, right?
Never enough.
Never enough? Right.
I'm telling you, someday I'm going to open a restaurant called Not Enough Sauce.
Not too much sauce? That's already a restaurant. And they
not too much sauce.
They didn't give me enough sauce at too much sauce.
Right, it was not too much sauce. But this way, if you open a restaurant called Not Enough Sauce, and then people are like, excuse me, ma'am, there's too much sauce in this, I can say, no, it's not enough sauce.
There's not enough sauce.
So, okay, going back to the sauce that I am currently making, I put in my soaked cashews, a cup of those, and then in here, like any good vegan cheese, I got my nooch, which is nutritional yeast, very important ingredient, and then I have a bunch of spices. So I have chili powder, onion powder, salt, and paprika. Obviously not 1/8 of a teaspoon, because nobody would ever use that little of an amount.
And I assume we're juicing some lemons since you got the juicer.
Then if you could, go ahead and dump about a lemon and a half for me. Or not a lemon and a half.
I was like, I'm down a lemon and a half.
75% of that lemon should be in here, and the other 25% can go in my water.
Okay. So let us know in the comments, guys, when was the last time that you had a Crunchwrap Supreme? I think for me, it was probably, I don't know, probably close to 10 years ago too, because it was when I was in college.
And you're an old man, so.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Taco Bell because the things that I liked at Taco Bell were never that inexpensive.
Because you weren't getting the 10 tacos for $1.
No, I liked the chalupas and the tacos I never really liked.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch was one of my homeboys as well.
Quesadillas was where it was.
No, we only want half of that because we want the other half of that to
I
go in the
know.
water. I mean, sometimes he's not doing it right. The other fun thing that I would want to know from people is, what did you call a Crunchwrap Supreme?
What did you call it?
A stop sign, because it looks like a stop sign.
Except it's not an octagon.
So where that name actually came about was I was DDing for my sister when I was like 16 and she was 21, and she was drunk, so we go to Taco Bell, like you take all drunk people to, and she was like, order me the stop sign, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then I figured it out, and ever since then it was dubbed the stop sign. But if you go to most Taco Bells late at night when the drunk crowd is out and you order a stop sign, they know what you're talking about. So then here we have a decent amount of water. I'm not actually using this to measure. So what we do with our nacho cheese here is we guess and check. And this is Brett's least favorite thing to do, but we do it because this sauce you can make thin enough to be like a mac and cheese, or like thick enough to really be dippy and creamy like queso.
Right, we want it thicker for this
I think
case,
we want
right?
it thicker.
I don't want it like running out of the stop sign.
So I'm gonna start with about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup, then I'll add more. We're gonna start blending it up, and I'll let you know later. Just hold on, I'll let you know how much I end up using. Okay, Brett, so I gave us each a tortilla shell here so we can both try to create a masterpiece. And with how well you roll burritos, I have a feeling I'm going to do quite well.
Yeah, there's not a chance in the world that I make this without it like falling apart, even though we have the bigger tortilla shells.
And a little piece broke off mine, so I'm gonna do a sneak peek. Okay, it's a little hard for a burrito shell, but we'll see how it goes.
We probably need to warm them up and like make them pliable. Isn't that the trick?
All right, so now that we took Brett's advice and warmed them up, we're gonna spread some beans on the bottom because we got a bean one from Taco Bell. Julian technically did like a meat alternative, but we just went beans.
Yeah, it'll just be different when, from Taco Bell anyway, so beans was easy from them.
And then we do some nacho cheese. Of course, I thought the appropriate way to measure out nacho cheese was with a measuring cup. Really? An aggressive scooper.
Well, I don't even need to measure it, so.
Oh, okay.
Did you just wipe that all over me?
No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then what are those tortilla chips for? We already have plenty of tortilla.
Because we don't know if you've ever really had a Crunchwrap Supreme now. There is always the crispy tortilla in the middle that separates like the lettuce and tomato and sour cream. So we put that on here, and then we're gonna get all of the rest of our toppings.
You used to eat yours with potato too, so.
Yeah, because, those like loaded potatoes from Taco Bell that you got in the little dish. It was like potatoes and nacho cheese and sour cream.
I would never think to get potatoes at Taco Bell. Even
You
in
probably
fry
also
format.
didn't think to get them at Wendy's, but you could get a whole baked potato at Wendy's.
It was like one of their things.
It was the best.
So what's next? Tomato?
Tomatin. So really we're just gonna do all of our other ingredients here.
So we got some sour cream going on here. You can make it vegan or otherwise. From a taste perspective, I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference, honestly.
And then we have our lettuce. And the most important part, more cheese.
Okay.
I feel like I filled mine a little full. I don't think you're supposed to fill it this full.
Well, great. I've been following your lead.
My too much gene. So now I'm gonna start folding mine up. Again, I really think this is where I'm gonna shine the most.
Because I have no idea what I'm doing, so yeah.
Oh man, I did make mine too big. So I have like an extra gap of cheese. If I just, it's like almost there. I think if we go ahead and we just toast these on both sides.
I think if we didn't have your horrible tortilla in here, it would have worked just fine.
Shh. Let's grill these up and we will be right back with the finished product. Well, we did it.
We did it.
We have.
Ours actually looks way, way better than this burnt mess here. A little crusty on both sides.
We got some nice browning on ours.
That hole that we had in the middle of ours actually just filled in nicely with the
cheese.
With the cheese, or
Yeah.
vegan cheese.
So Brett, now you know what time it is, right?
Time to go to Flavor Town?
Time for the blindfold.
Okay.
The double blind taste test, no
Here we
glasses. I made this nice felt blindfold just for you.
Thank you very much.
Can you see anything?
No?
How many fingers am I holding up?
I don't know.
Guess.
2, usually?
8, so.
8. Right, that was close.
Here we go, ready?
You're not supposed to be touching these.
What are your initial reactions?
Plenty of beans in there. It just really tastes like beans. There's not a lot of seasoning. I didn't get a whole lot of the other stuff in there, I don't think.
Okay, you want to try another bite?
I can
Maybe you got a bad
take
bite.
like a monster bite.
Ready?
Yeah, really get to the
Really
middle.
shove your... All right, it looks like you got some lettuce and tomato that bite as well. So hopefully that gives you a better interpretation.
Very beany.
Very
so many
okay,
beans.
a lot of beans.
Yep.
All right.
Again, not a whole lot of flavor. I don't taste any cheese in it at all, or sour cream at all.
All right.
So we'll see.
So we'll see how you feel about number 2. Ready?
Mm-hmm. That one was immediately more crunchy. It tastes a little bit more fiesta-y, right? Has a lot more of those like traditional Mexican spices. Still very beany, so they're both very beany. But I like the crispiness a lot better on that one.
Do you want to try another bite of this one just
Yeah.
to see if you can get a bite without
Get
as many beans?
real deep in it and see if I can get that tomato.
Okay. I think there's a tomato in this bite. Oh, he almost got my finger too.
I don't know. I think I like that one a little bit better because the seasoning is better in it.
Okay, so I'm gonna move the loser out of the camera shot, and you can go ahead and take your blindfold off and see which one you picked, because you'll know by sight. But you probably already know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew ours got real crispy, but they're surprisingly close in taste, honestly.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, ours tastes a little bit better because we added more stuff into it. You can tell that they just like dumped beans into the thing and a couple other ingredients that they pulled off of the rack, and that's
The
what they got.
17-year-old kid that had to work Sunday morning.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the way they do it.
Okay, so a little bit less dramatic for me. I don't need a blindfold because I only get one. It's crispier.
It is crispier. I could have used a tad bit more cheese sauce in mine if I was going to do it. We have plenty of extra, so I was just a little light because it looked like it was a lot, but no, it really wasn't. But none of the wet ingredients in it made it like soft by any means. So it's still, the outside still stayed really crunchy.
So I would say if I wasn't trying to be true to Taco Bell form, I also would have just seasoned my beans.
Yeah, our beans could taste a little bit better, I think. We just took our beans straight out of the can. Probably not how you want to do it ever. Add some cumin.
But in true Taco Bell form, half the food tastes like garbage unless you put on their sauce.
Hot sauce.
So I got hot and mild sauce here. I figured we could try both. Looks like they're all gluten-free, so that's pretty exciting for me. Mild was my favorite as a kid, so I'm going to try with that one first.
Right, I'm going to do hot because I never tasted anything when I used mild before. So.
This brings me back to my youth. This right here.
No, again, I was never really a big fan of Taco Bell stuff.
This brings me back to like my 6-year-old self that would get bean burritos. This was it. This is everything. This is so good.
I'd say this was as easy for us to make as tacos. Or anything else. Quesadilla even. Like, we just took the regular ingredients and we just wrapped it differently than we would do if I was making a burrito.
Yeah.
Right? So you could make this at home. You just fry it up. I like frying my burritos too. Give them a little bit of a crunch. Fry them in the pan.
Then we call them chimichangas.
No, don't you have to put sauce all over that?
No.
Oh, well, you should. The sauce is always better.
Yeah, so this was about as easy as tacos. The other thing I wanted to mention is the OG one from Taco Bell. That cost us about $5. Right. So we went out, we bought a bunch of ingredients. We spent about $14, but we can make 6 of these. And we're going to have extra lettuce and cheese and sour cream.
Right. We didn't even touch the amount of lettuce we needed to use, or cheese, or we have a huge bowl of beans.
Yeah. So really,
we can like really load ours up and like still have extra ingredients.
Yeah. So really, these are probably coming in right about $2 each. So we're less than half the price of Taco Bell, and you heard it from the man himself. He preferred ours.
I think it was honestly better with this tortilla than it was with the flour tortilla that they used there.
Boom.
I think that just made it taste like more authentic.
Who even needs gluten?
It's not like we didn't use a corn tortilla because as far as I know, I still cannot find a corn tortilla that is that large, right? If anybody
we could make one.
If anybody knows how to like have a usable corn tortilla, please leave a comment below. I'd love to go check that out. that I can like wrap around a burrito.
All right, well, if you enjoyed this type of video and you want us to do more head-to-heads in the future, let us know that as well. I think doing like a Chipotle burrito could be fun, especially if we could find like the big tortilla shells.
The giant ones.
We could do like, you know, McDonald's hamburger, all the types of food that, you know, I don't have to taste test. So
we could do some good food too. Like that doesn't have to be fast food. Leave a comment down below if you thought any of this looked good, was good, you want to give it a try. Give us a thumbs up if you like anything that we do. Get it? Because it's a like. You can also click that bell below right next to the subscription button and be notified anytime we make another one of these head-to-head challenges or any of the other cool food that we make on the channel. And we'll see you next time.
Bye!